I feel it's necessary that I point out that since the directors made their film Inside, they're both now fathers. And so now they have to make fairy tales. I'd like to reintroduce you to the directors of Livid, Julian Mary and Fusio. So, congratulations on making a totally different film, a very visually arresting film. Can you talk a little bit more about your inspirations for it and where the story came from? It's a very dreamlike, surreal story. Can you talk about how you came up with it?
Our principal influence was a French novel, Mal à Taverne. It's absolutely not an horror novel or fantastic novel. It's about three young guys during the First World War, decided to go into the house of an old lady to grip her money. And with Julian, we loved this book, and we asked the question, how can we make a fantasy version of the book? It's so simple. And the other influence, like I said at the beginning of the screening, is Dario Argento's movies in general, and Suspiria particularly, and that kind of stuff.
Yes, because you really created just a very intense atmosphere throughout the kind of the set pieces and the production design as well. Production design really makes the film. How did you find the house? I mean, even when they go into the basement, it felt all so real. I mean, and you said that it was the same budget as Inside, and you were working with the same team.
Yes, it has been hard to raise the money, because in France it's really hard to do horror or fantastic movies. And so we had quite the same budget as Inside, and for those who have seen Inside, Livid is much more ambitious in terms of acting, makeup, and action. And so we have the strength to have the same crew, and they decided to follow us with Livid, and without they have the budget problems, and so they say, okay, we are going to do the best with the less.
We would like to thank our producer, because I think they are the last in France who wants to do horror movies. So thank you.
And I'd also like to ask you, the editor of this film, Baxter, I think is pretty much now kind of the editor of Midnight Madness, because he did High Tension, he does all of Alex Aja's films, he did Inside, and he edited The Incident, which we're screening tomorrow night, Alex's film. Can you talk about your relationship with him? Because I mean, it's so well cut, and the shots, everything just kind of moves, and what's your relationship with him?
He's a bad motherfucker. No, I really mean it. He's a sort of
a tyrant
mixed with an SS. You know, it's like. But we love him. No, we have a really strong relationship, and if I say that, it's because he has a really specific way to work, which is to say the truth. And as filmmaker, it's sometimes really hard to hear the truth, like you've done shit. And, when I see his shit is not going to work, you are going to be ridiculous and stuff like that. So in the beginning we fight, and after we begin the real work. And that's really priceless, especially in that business, in the movie industry, and people who say the truth and who say, no, that's not good, we must find a way to get the movie better, And so, no, he's really priceless, and he's a real friend, and sometimes he's wrong.
Maybe you can ask the same question tomorrow at Alex, who is with us, because Baxter told us that on the incident it was like heaven, it was perfect. So
yeah, it was a way for him to, you know, to crush us again.
Do we have any questions from the audience here? Let's see. Yes.
C'était quoi le nom du roman que vous avez montré dans un film choisi?
Ah bah c'est le roman. Alors, the question is, what's the name of the book she took? Okay. And the name of the book she took is the French novel Malataverne. It's written on the cover.
Yes.
Was there anything you wanted to do that you weren't able to do, either budget-wise or the effects-wise, you just couldn't pull it off?
It translates. Yes, of course. We, as I've said, it was ambitious, but it was more ambitious on the script, and we had to cut off a lot of action and special effects and stuff. So it was frustrating, but I think it's the way it works. It's always the same, and we've decided to. You know, to do our second movie in France, and we knew it was going to be hard because no one wants to hear about the genre in France except our producer and a few people, and so we knew the conditions. It was we could do an American movie with a bigger budget, but we decided to stay in France and to have the free hand. So it was the price to pay.
Yes.
How did you find the house, and what did you use to decorate it? I'm also just curious, was any of it a set? Was it all shot on location?
The question was, how did you find the house, and was it a set or was it all done on location?
It's funny because on the inside our house was very natural, usual, and it was very difficult to find it. And on Livid, we wanted a big house, fairy tale house, and we have found it very quickly near Paris. It was an empty house, totally empty, abandoned, and we have decorated here.
Yeah, they did an amazing stuff. You know, the house was really empty. The walls, it was there was nothing in it, and so yeah, we had to find you know, stuff to fill the house, and it was kind of hard because in the basement you can find quite everything that we could find everywhere in the garbage, and so.
Well, it's got an incredible atmosphere, just knowing that you kind of went in with a blank canvas. You did an amazing job, because that house is almost a character of itself. Like,
yeah, it was on the intention note. You know, we always consider the house as a character, and it's the house is changing, and and we to the decoration department we say, okay, so it's a character, and Jessel's room is the head. So they are like in Moby Dick, you know, in the whale, you know. So you can imagine where they are coming in, the basement. It's the ass.
The ass of the whale. All right.